you both might have a different viewpoint. Our job is going to be to bring you both in a way together to make the best investment decisions.
You know, sometimes the time is right when the time is right. He is somebody I met in 2017. He always wanted to start with an investment in the Dubai market. And 2024 is what it was for him. He, along with another friend of his, wanted to really take a look at the Dubai market again and really start investing. So what we ended up doing is have them sign up on the Dubai Wealth Builder program. And it's a little bit of a challenge trying to get two friends who might think alike, can also think differently sometimes. Him and both of his friends were then escorted along into a strategy session. We then went on to help them virtually select properties, qualify based on the criteria that we established. One of them then visited Dubai. We went physically to see the properties, the different showrooms, and get a feel of the areas and the locations so that we could then make better decisions. The process took about maybe a month to 2 months, but the good thing is they win by getting the best property. Dubai wins by getting a great customer, great client. We win because we get to service them, and the real estate market in Dubai wins overall.
Hey guys, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me? So if you can hear me, aha. So there was a little bit of a problem, a glitch, so to speak. So you guys couldn't hear me before. So guys, can you just confirm if you can hear me? I'd appreciate if you guys just let me know, everybody who's live watching, if you guys can hear me on YouTube and on Instagram. On YouTube and on Instagram. So if you guys can hear me, I'd appreciate you guys just let me know that you guys. I'd appreciate if. Can you guys hear me? I think you can. All right, welcome Krishna, Farhan, Chaudhary, Santoshi, Daud Sadiq. Assalamu alaikum, brother. How are you? Abi, Bereznev, Sohail Saban, Asif Hussain. All right, straight path. Better. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Guys, for those who's fasting in Ramadan, welcome. Ramadan Mubarak. May Allah bless you all. Oh, thank you for confirming that you guys can hear me. I appreciate it. Everybody who's watching live, welcome, guys. Look, what the idea is to take questions on Dubai real estate. Arti Lodi, welcome. Asif, welcome. The idea is to take on questions with respect to Dubai real estate from you guys. Also share with you questions that have already come across to me before, previously, and answer you guys accordingly, okay? So love to know where you guys are logging in from. If you're from Dubai, if you're from anywhere else in the world, and if you're an investor, agent, or you're logging in for other reasons, okay? I don't know, like maybe you're looking to get started in the Dubai real estate industry. Rami, how are you? Hope you're well. Shahwar Ismail, Mariam, Abhishri, Tony Honda, Daud, Santoshi, Krishna. Hey, everybody who's here, welcome, guys. Love to take your questions. Thank you very much for pointing out earlier that you couldn't hear. Straight path. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Okay, Daud Sadiq, Islamabad. How are you doing? How's Islamabad? Is it cold over there right now? Maybe a little bit cold, yeah? Still? Rami, hello. Kef halet? How are you? How's everything? I hope the family's well. Everybody's well on your side, yeah? All good, alhamdulillah. Very good to hear that. Guys, so I was actually very good, Rami, very good. Hope everything is good for you and things are getting great for you, yeah? May Allah bless you and make things amazing for you and family. Same for you, Daud. and for everybody else as well who's watching. Guys, listen, I have something very interesting I wanted to share with you guys. So some of you might not know this, but I actually look at comments that come through on the YouTube or Instagram videos, and then I respond to them. I like responding to them. But if I don't respond to your questions that you put on the comment section, then you can always ask here, right? If you ask me here, then I'll talk to you live. Like, I can actually take you live as well on a call. There's a number here somewhere you can actually message, and I'll sometimes take you guys live as well. Straight Path says, Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah, Ramadan Kareem to you and entire team. Ramadan Mubarak. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. It's a good month, blessed month. We're hoping that we can all benefit from this month in many, many good ways, in amazing ways. Yeah. Okay. So somebody says, this is a comment that somebody made. I made a video about, I was replying to Basil Waked, Dubai's real estate growth and market and so on and so forth. So somebody made a comment. They said, realtor will always say it's a good time to buy. It's their bread and butter. Okay. So I want to state something very interesting that I want to share with you guys. And maybe you can relate to this. Maybe you can't relate to this. While it may be true that real estate agents are generally going to want you to buy because, you know, they can make money from a sale, it isn't true for all real estate agents. It's like one of my mentors always said to me, like, Fahd, there's always good people in an industry. Like, you know, if you go to a certain country and if you've heard that, you know, people over there are very hospitable, and, you know, everybody's going to open their door, and if they know that you're a traveler, they're going to just, you know, force you to eat with them. Maybe you run into somebody who's not going to do that as well, right? So the opposite can also be true. So the same thing can apply to being a real estate agent as well. And I was narrating a real life story. So about 2 months ago, I was sitting at a big group of table, enjoying the winter months out in the desert. Well, close to the desert anyway. It's not the real desert. But there was this gentleman sitting across from me. You know, he has 2 properties that he's already bought in Dubai. He's about 40 years old. He's pretty much born and raised in Dubai. Like, he moved here when he was 1 month or 1 year old. Okay. And he said something interesting to me. He asked me, like, okay, what do you do? Like, and I said, okay, I'm in real estate, right? So if you're in Dubai, either you're in real estate, somebody you know works in real estate, or somebody you love is involved in real estate. Okay. So that's normal in Dubai. Okay. And I said, I'm involved in real estate, so on and so forth. And then he said, okay, well, you know, you look like somebody who, you look like somebody who might be able to give me an answer. Should I buy, right? Should I buy? And I said to him, like, if you need to. Like, my answer was, if you need to. And this kind of, like, I think he went a little bit white or yellow. Like, he looked at me and like, what do you mean if I need to? I'm like, yeah, if you need to, you have some spare cash, you're looking for a home to buy, you have some cash that's not invested elsewhere, not in your business, not into crypto, anywhere else, and or you want to diversify, or you're just bored, you know, you're looking at, you know, let's see what's this real estate game about. So if you need to, then you might want to invest. Like, if you don't need to, why would you do that? What do you guys think, right? Santoshi, Adnan, Dawood. If you don't need to do something, Rising Force, Mariam, Rami, if you don't need to do something, why would you do it? And then why it was so surprising for him was he said to me, Fahd, I've got 10 out of 10 of my friends, the ones who are working in real estate, let's say 8 or 9 of them, they're always telling me you have to. You must want to invest in real estate. And obviously the guy is well-to-do. He runs his own business. So they see that he's a person of means. So obviously they're trying to get him to buy something, right? And he's like, this is the first time I heard somebody say, if you need to. And guys, listen, as much as real estate agents want you to buy, at the end of the day, they can only give you enough information for you to make good decisions. They're not going to force you to buy, right? So keep that in mind. We're not always selling, okay? Beginning and end says, question, why real estate, this is on YouTube, why real estate agents are always calling and annoying you to buy property? Like, seriously, on WhatsApp, call, email, everywhere. I truly, honestly don't have the answer to this except to, you know, have a conversation with you, okay? What do you think? Dawood, Abhishri, Dubai off plan. Welcome back. We have sound now, so can you hear us? Can you hear me talking? Why do real estate agents call you? Guys, listen. First of all, in Dubai, we've got protection. Like, people shouldn't be calling you, especially cold calls. If they're doing, you can tell them, listen, I don't want to be called. I don't want to be bothered. But generally speaking, if once they get your number, if you've bought a property, so on and so forth, generally speaking, you're going to get calls from them trying to help you, them trying to sell you something. Now, the best way I deal with this is just say, look, I'm not interested. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Okay. Just say that. If you want to go a little bit further on WhatsApp, you can block somebody's number. If they're sending you unsolicited messages, just block their number. I take a little bit of a different view. I think like these, like, look, I'm an agent myself, so I can be doubly different and difficult. And I can say, listen, why are you calling me? I'm an agent. I just said wrong number. Dubai off plan. Yes, it's very clear now. Thank you very much for confirming. Appreciate it. I just say, wrong number, or I'm not the person, or I'm an agent myself. Goodbye. All the best. Hey guys, everybody on Instagram, welcome. Rising Force, Rami, Mariam, Dubai off plan, Abhishri, Dawood, Santoshi, Assalamu alaikum, Krishnanuni, Amro, Lulu Sami, Amro, how are you? Don Cartmene says they are pushy and they call a few times a day and force you to talk to their manager or a senior from a developer. Oh, sorry, I didn't understand. Ramadan Mubarak, Jazakallah khair. Ramadan Mubarak to you as well. Yeah, so Don, again, just, I guess, tell them you're not interested, hang up, and just move on. Like, what can I tell you? Like, I can definitely feel the pain. One time I got calls from somebody. They were trying to collect money from somebody else, and somehow they figured out I know that person. And so they just called me non-stop. So much. I think they've got an automatic dialer and it just calls again and again and again. You can't even make a call. Like, so I had to call the other person and say, look, tell them that, you don't know me, right? So I sympathize with you. I'm sorry that you get calls a lot. Tell them it's a wrong number. Believe me, it's a phase. What do I mean by it's a phase? If you tell enough people wrong number, whosever database you're in, it's going to get older and older and older, and they're going to stop calling you. That's one way. The other is you could just change your number. Now, for some people, you're going to be like, oh man, like, how do I change my number? Like, it's mentioned everywhere. Everybody has this number. But I'll tell you somebody famous who used to change their number every 6 months. You know who he is? He's no longer amongst us. It's Kobe Bryant. Like, this famous basketball player. He used to always change his mobile number every 6 months because I think his number leaks out and then, people just keep trying to call. So what he did, and what I would do as well, if you're so tired of it, make a list of everybody who needs to have your number, the bank, family, friends, and relative. Hey, I'm giving you a solution. Close your old number, or keep your old number, just get a new number as well. But for your old number, put it in another phone with another WhatsApp and just silence it. So every now and then, every 10 days, you could put a child in charge and say, just go there and see if Uncle so-and-so from Switzerland's called over there. And then you can go and call them back. That's not the... So anybody, this for the guy on YouTube, beginning and end, and for Don, just change your number. Okay, Don, you're welcome. Change your number, but before that, make a list of everybody who should have your new number. The developer. This is tricky because the developer, the bank, so on and so forth. Lulu Usman, Ramadan Mubarak, Jazakallah khair. Dawood Sadiq, Fahd, I hope you remember me. We went to the same school and lived in the same building in Dubai. So basically the 80s and 90s. Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah khair. Yes, Dawood, of course I remember you, brother. In fact, Dawood, I remember all the names of your brothers and sisters as well, not just yours, okay? And of course, how can I forget you? Because your name is the same name as my father. My name is Fahd Dawood, your Dawood Sadiq. Barakallah, Jazakallah khair. Thank you for jumping on this live and for your question. And Daud says, okay, yes, you're right, right? To be honest, he's talking about cold calls. To be honest, I try to remain respectful since the other person is trying to earn a living too. But if you hear them out and politely let them know you're not thinking of pursuing it, that should work. Not thinking. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So Daud, for those of us in sales, I am in sales. I've done cold calls as well. Like, okay, there's the Grant Cardone approach. Okay, what approach would you guys take? The Grant Cardone approach is like, just tell the other person, like, no, the Grant Cardone approach when you do calls, first of all, don't cold call. It's illegal in Dubai. But for the person who's calling, guys, they are trying to make a living. They're trying to make a sale. Okay, if you put yourself in their position, then maybe if they get one sale, maybe they get 100 dirhams or 100,000 dirhams or whatever it is. They're trying to pay the bills with it. Okay. But if you're still pretty annoyed, as Daud Sadiq is saying, just tell them, wrong number, number one, or just take me off the list. And guys, listen, it is a phase. It passes by, and then they stop. Okay, so the calls will stop. So I've got some questions, interesting comments on on YouTube as well. Beginning and end, yes, I think get a number. Get another number if you're getting super annoyed, okay? So, what is this? So, Daud, Jazakallah khair for coming on live. I still remember. I'd love to hear if there are other people who are super annoyed by the calls. Dubai Off Plan, Saqib Sheikh, Mariam, Rami, Kef Halaj. Dubai Off Plan, are you getting a lot of calls? Do you make a lot of calls as well if you're an agent? Okay, what is this? Straight path. Is it a good idea to buy an old apartment, like a decade and a half old, like a 2 BHK for 700,000 mortgage? Okay, so what are you saying? So you want to buy 700,000 mortgage for 20 years for a small family and build equity for the next 5 and 7 years and sell. Okay. Straight path. Barakallah, Jazakallah khair. You asked me this question many different ways. I'm going to tell you something, okay? First of all, yeah, so you answer your question in the second part, okay? Now, I want you guys to listen to this, okay? Dubai Off Plan, Daud Sadiq, Don, Cartier, Saqib. Tell me if this makes sense, okay? First, you answer this. Does this strategy hold good for family as an end user? So what's an end user? An end user is somebody who's going to live in that building themselves, okay? So when you say, is it okay? Okay, and then to build down payment. See, when you're looking to buy a 20-year-old building, okay, because it's maybe what you can afford, then you've got to question yourself. The main question is, can me and my family live here happily for the next 5 to 7 years? That's the question. Forget the 700,000, okay? But because what you want to do is, you want to take your money, take the investment component out of it, okay? This is important. Why? Because you're going to be living there. You want to take your money, take your family, come up with your wish list and see if 90% matches together. 90% at the amount of money that you can buy a property with, 90% of your wish list, can it come together? Like, from a school perspective, from a commuting perspective, because buying a property to live in is an emotional decision. Emotional decisions cannot be weighed and objectified and cannot be scientifically measured sometimes, okay? So, because if you buy the best property from a pricing point of view, but your family is miserable living there, guess who's going to be miserable? You might make a little bit of money, but you're going to be miserable. So it's out of the window. You shouldn't be doing that. What you should be doing is looking at a property that you would love to live in and give that 75% weight, and only 25% should be, is this a good, amazing investment? Because you might not sell it. You might not resell it. So give 75% weightage to the property should be amazing for me to live in, and 25% as an investor, can I resell it? Can I can I liquidate this asset, so on and so forth. I'll tell you guys something, and pay attention to this. Every guys, is there anybody who's trying to learn a little bit about real estate? Dawood, Abi, Dubai Off Plan, Saqib, Mariam, Rami. Pay attention to this. We run a consultative approach. So we run a strategy trying to figure out what the end user, what the person actually truly wants. And some people walk into the strategy and they tell us, look, this is going to be a 50-50, an investment and a home, or it's going to be a pure investment, or it's going to be a pure home. What it seems like, Straight Path, in your scenario is that this is going to be a 75% home and a 25% investment. And as you go through the process, you will be able to find that right mix. I have had people, as they go through the process and look at different opportunities and different properties, what they'll end up doing is they'll end up taking that investment component to 100% and saying, look, kill the home component. I'll just invest. We live in a great rental and we'll just go with that. Or they'll take the home component to be so big, they'll kill the investment component or bring it really down. Maybe I got a little technical. Was I able to explain myself? So Straight Path, for you to think about buying an older apartment on a 20-year mortgage, but to have the family live there, the first thing is you're starting from an investment perspective, but then you're thinking about family. Because then you said, hey, I'd like to sell it and buy a bigger apartment. Why not find what's best for the family first, and then see what works as an investment as well. Just generally speaking, guys, Dubai property prices are going up. Okay, so at minimum, you're going to beat inflation. Inflation is about 4%, 5%, 6%, whatever it is for Dubai. I don't know, personally speaking, the latest Dubai inflation rate. Okay, so let's just do a Google. Dubai inflation rate. What was it? 3.15%. Okay, 3.15%. It's pretty low. Okay, it's pretty low. 3.15%. What's global inflation rate? Okay, so let's talk about global inflation rate. I couldn't see global inflation rate. I don't see it. Okay, but let's even say at 3.5%. What's the diddlio? Basically, your property is going to probably increase more than 3.1% or 3.5%. Okay, so you'll be okay. Everybody who agrees or disagrees or has their own 2 bits to give in, I'd love to hear from you on Instagram or YouTube. Okay, Don, Dawood, Abi, Dubai Off Plan, Saqib. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Okay, check this out. Mohammed Sudan says, if I need property in future, I'll call you. Please, you can reach out to me. There's a WhatsApp number. We work with everybody to try to help them get the best property possible. Okay. Jafar Mayman asks, is an old apartment good for investment? I mean, rental and appreciation aspect. Okay, guys, listen. It all depends. Like, it depends on a couple of things. Now, I'm going to say something. Understand this. Jafar, I understand your question, but let's take you a little bit behind, okay? Generally speaking, in Dubai, things are a little bit different, okay? Generally speaking, this is not true for everything. Properties that were built between 2002 to 2010, generally speaking, the quality was, was okay. It was questionable. Okay, questionable. Let's say questionable. Okay. What's happened since 2012 and post is developers have been putting in more focus on developing higher quality properties in general. Okay, so the properties and the quality has been going up. Okay, so now if you buy a super old apartment, there could be 2 situations. Either it's been refurbished, renovated, so on and so forth. Then it's good, right? There's nothing wrong with it. But you've got to keep in mind, like, what's the building look like? Is it still good? Are they maintaining it? Are they upgrading it? Because it could be a great apartment, refurbished to a very high quality, but then the building's going downhill. Then who's in charge of the building? The homeowners association. Are they committing to upgrading the building, making it nice? Right? Because you could have an amazing apartment, but in a building that's going downhill, which means what? Like, guys, you can easily step into a building. Look at the concierge or the security desk. Is it old? Look at his chair. is it torn? Like chairs have a shelf life. If you sit on a chair, regardless of how nice and how well you are built and not overweight and all that, if you just, use it often, the chair's got a shelf life of, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. It's going to start getting torn, right? The cushioning's going to start showing. So what's a good developer going to do? They're going to change it, right? They're going to change it. Do you agree, Daddy Jamil, Abi Shri, Ormelita, Peter Swick, Dubai off plan? Do you agree? So it's very quickly you can see if the building's going downhill. The smell in the building, right? If it's smelling. Then you go to the apartment. So if the apartment's good, building's not good, no, don't do it. If the building's good, apartment's not good. If the building's good, apartment's not good, don't do it again. They didn't take care of it. Tenants have made a mess about it. If both are good, then look, Dubai prices are generally going up. Realtor Saqib agrees. I agree as well. Dubai prices are generally going up, which means that you would be able to do that. Guys, today's not going to be a very long live, yeah? So if you guys have questions, put it in. Hamid K. Liberson says, hello, Jumeirah Garden City. Yeah, Jumeirah Garden City. But I think Jumeirah Garden City, it was in the news a while ago, okay? Why was it in the news? I don't think you can buy there, by the way. I think they were oh, okay. No, this is a new one. Jumeirah Garden City. Okay, something's getting launched. Okay, good. What do you think of the location? Okay. I'm sure it's a good location. Like, just looking at the location, guys. Jumeirah Garden City. I will do a quick Google Map search. I'm sure it's an amazing location because it's in Jumeirah Garden City. Okay, looks like a very good location. I don't know too much about it. Maybe once I know more about it, maybe we talk more later about it. Okay. Sorry, Hamid K. Labison. I don't know too much about Jumeirah Garden City. I apologize. I'd have to do some more research on the location, so on and so forth, to be able to give you a better answer. Okay. Somebody asked, Salam brother, Ramadan Mubarak. Please, can you talk about Islamic mortgages? Approach Islamic banks and you can get Islamic mortgages. I have seen a plan of apartments that have the option to pay between 5 to 6 years. My question is, can I have a townhouse with the deal? Yes, you could look for townhouses on those long-term payment plans. I don't know if there's any currently in the market available, but you can, okay? What's your opinion on JVC? I'll give it to you in one line. JVC is the highest rental income generating community. I think it's going to, in 2 years, it's going to be 2 to 3 years maximum. It's going to be fully developed, fully finished. Means a lot of the under construction stuff over there is going to be finished up. So it's going to be very good, okay? Hey, everybody who's here watching this live and you're fasting, thank you very much for your, for being a warrior, for being here. Jazakallah khair, because, I know things are, sometimes when you're fasting, things can be a little bit challenging timing, so if you put an alarm to be here, I really appreciate it. So it doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you very much. Sinya Island is in Kuwait. Looks like a very beautiful, good project. Might be very good. Gotta look at it a little bit further into what you're investing in. Jafar Mehman says, I've seen a couple of old apartments from private developers in the one bedroom like 650 and has a rental as a above, but the building is like a decade old at least. Okay, if it's a decade old at least. See, the thing is, the place you've mentioned, Jafar, the Silicon Oasis can have very good buildings and some might not be that good. So you've got to really see if the building makes sense, if they've actually done some work in the building. Some of those buildings over there are pretty good, by the way, okay? So again, when you're buying in Silicon Oasis, you're buying leasehold, you got to convert it into freehold. All of those will come into play. You've got to look at a lot of things, not just old and new. And again, you've got to look at, a few off-plan options as well, which might give you the same kind of flexibility, but around the same pricing or a little bit more, but it'll give you a brand new property, okay? And you could build in some capital appreciation for the right person, okay? I'm not saying that's your strategy. If you want to work with us, we can help you develop a strategy and deploy it. You just got to WhatsApp that number below, okay? WhatsApp that number below. Mohammed Salman says, hi, my interview is on Friday in real estate. Can you please help me? Yes, I can help you by telling you that you should really prepare about all the areas of Dubai, and you should be really good as a communicator. So, go there fully ready to be able to impress the interview, okay? Knowing a lot about Dubai will help you, okay? About the areas which are freehold, okay? So do a lot of research in your homework. Be very good with your communication. So Don Katmenaz says, what's a good project to invest in right now for a 1-bedroom? Again, it depends if you're looking for prime or established communities like downtown and Dubai Marina or Emaar Beachfront. Might be a little bit different. If you're looking at, you might look at central areas like Dubai Creek Harbor and Mohammed bin Rashid City. These are location-wise very good, and then you can look at great projects over there. And if you want residential, then look at JVC. If you want, Don, I don't know if you're looking to invest for yourself or you're asking for a client, WhatsApp that number. I'll have somebody from my team get in touch with you. Guys, I don't see any more questions coming through. I really appreciate coming onto this live. For those, especially the ones who are fasting, putting on your alarm and being here, I really, really appreciate it. I don't see any more questions coming through. So Jazakallah khair. I appreciate it. I hope the first of Ramadan, which is today, is going well for you, and it continues to go well. See you guys soon outside the live as well. For those who know me, I'm going to be seeing you guys soon. Jazakallah khair. Thank you everybody for being here. Rehan, Santoshi, Abi, Urmalita, Dubai Off Plan, Rami, take care of yourself. Again, guys, if you guys have questions, otherwise, you can always send them to me on Instagram and in the comment section on YouTube. I'm always excited and happy to answer. Until next time, I see you. Goodbye for now.
You both might have a different viewpoint. Our job is going to be to bring you both in a way together to make the best investment decision.
Sometimes the time is right when the time is right. He is somebody I met in 2017. He always wanted to start with an investment in the Dubai market. And 2024 is what it was for him. He, along with another friend of his, wanted to really take a look at the Dubai market again and really start investing. So what we ended up doing is have them sign up on the Dubai Wealth Builder program. And it's a little bit of a challenge trying to get two friends who might think alike, can also think differently sometimes. Him and both of his friends were then escorted along into a strategy session. We then went on to help them virtually select properties, qualify based on the criteria that we established. One of them then visited Dubai. We went physically to see the properties, the different showrooms, and get a feel of the areas and the locations so that we could then make better decisions. The process took about maybe a month to 2 months, but the good thing is they win by getting the best property. Dubai wins by getting a great customer, great client. We win because we get to service them, and the real estate market in Dubai wins overall.